It's 11 at night. You just got off work, you're tired, and you pass by that OXXO on the way home. You enter just for water, but you leave with water, some Takis, a chocolate, and an energy drink. $16. It's nothing, right? It's just a craving. But here's the detail that will blow your mind. If you do that 3 times a week, you're spending $2,496 a year on purchases you don't even remember making. And that, my friends, is just one of the invisible habits that are silently destroying your future. My name is Mark, and I spend way too much time thinking about the invisible habits that define your future. If you think your future depends on big decisions, getting that promotion, buying that house, I have news for you. You are looking in the wrong direction. It is the small, automatic, invisible daily habits that build stagnation or prosperity. And the worst thing is that most of these habits are so ingrained that you don't even know they exist. So if this sounds familiar to you, make sure to subscribe and like this video if it helps you. Because what I'm about to share today could literally change the trajectory of your financial life. The problem with great moments. See, here's the thing. We're all obsessed with big financial moments. We wait to win the lottery. We dream of that business that is going to make us rich. We think, when I get that new job, then I'm going to start saving seriously. But a Duke study found that 45% of our daily actions are not conscious decisions. Almost half of what you do each day is on autopilot. And guess what falls into that category? Your financial decisions. The 5 invisible habits that are destroying you. Let me show you exactly how these invisible habits are working against you. Invisible habit 1. The normalization of ant expenditure. Hey, we already talked about OXXO, but let's go deeper because this is much more insidious. $5.5 Starbucks coffee every morning. $12 lunch because I didn't have time. The subscription to Spotify, Netflix, HBO Max, that adds up and is $45 a month. The $8 Uber because it's too hot to walk those 3 blocks. It is not individual spending, it is the invisible pattern. Let's do the real math. Daily coffee, $110 month. Lunch out, $180 month. Subscriptions, $45 month. Small impulse purchases, $80 month. Total, $415 per month, $4,980 per year. Now you might be thinking, Mark, it's only $415 a month. I'm not going to get rich. And here is where it gets really interesting. If you took that $415 and invested it with a 10% annual return from age 28 to 65, do you know how much you would have? $2,847,391. Read that again. $2,847,000 by eliminating expenses that you are not even consciously enjoying. But the real psychological question is, why do we do this? The answer lies in the automatic decision due to exhaustion. Your brain makes 35,000 decisions a day. Arriving at the store at 11 p.m. you are exhausted. Then your brain outsources to habits. If your habit is craving shopping, you will always do it. Invisible habit 2. The illusion of I deserve it. This one is brutal because it is disguised as self-care. You worked hard this week. Your boss was a jerk on Tuesday. You tell yourself, I deserve it, and you spend $150 on that dinner. You buy those $200 shoes or book that $600 weekend. 68% of millennials and Gen Z justify expenses with the phrase, I deserve it. But deserving it has become an automatic bypass of your rational thinking. Something bad happens, negative emotion, I deserve it. Expense, temporary relief. Dr. Brad Klontz calls this money as therapy. People who use spending as emotional regulation are 3.2 times more likely to be in debt. Let me tell you about my friend Sandra. Earns $52,000 a year, lives in a mid-sized city. You should be building wealth. But every 2 weeks after getting paid, he rewards himself. $200 on clothes, $150 on a fancy dinner, $80 on beauty products. That's $11,180 a year. The problem is that it has become an automatic habit tied to getting paid. Your brain now associates payday with spending day without any conscious filter. After 5 years, Sandra has $3,200 in savings. If you had invested half, you would have $32,450 invisible habit. 3. Subscription blindness. This is one of the most treacherous. It is designed to be invisible. That's why companies want your card to be charged automatically. People spend 15–30% more on subscription models than if they approved every purchase, because the payment pain happens only one time when you subscribe, not every month. The average person has 12 subscriptions and pays $219, but they estimate they spend only $86. That $133 gap is money leaving your account without you feeling it. Did you seriously use that gym you haven't been to in 4 months but you still pay $35? That language app you opened twice? That premium storage you don't even know if you need? Review your account statements. Underline every recurring charge. Ask yourself, did I use this? I bet you $100 that you find at least $60.80 a month in zombie subscriptions. Invisible habit 4, the lifestyle anchor. This feels like success. You get that $8,000 a year raise. Incredible, right? You deserve it. But you're looking for a better apartment, $200 more. You deserve that new car, $350 more. You start going to next level restaurants. Boom, you've already spent your entire raise. I call it what it really is, an invisible habit of spending up to the limit of what you earn. For every $1 increase in income, average spending increases 0.98. Let me tell you about Miguel. At 25, I was earning $35,000 and couldn't save. At 35, he makes $78,000 and still says he lives paycheck to paycheck. His income rose 123%, but his savings remained at exactly $0. Your brain has something called hedonic adaptation. You get used to any improvement quickly. The $1,200 apartment that felt luxurious the first month feels normal by the third. It's an endless tape of spending more to feel the same. Invisible habit 5, financial procrastination. This is the quietest. It's not that you're spending, it's just that you are not acting where you should be acting. You don't open that account because I'll do it next month. You don't renegotiate your insurance. Every day you procrastinate, you lose the most powerful force in the universe, compound interest. Person A invests at 25, person B at 35, both $300 a month at 10% annually. Person A invests 40 years, $144 kavon, own ends up with $1,897,224. Person B invests 30 years, $108 kavon, own ends up with $678,146. Person A put in only $36,000 more, but ends up with $1,219,078 more. Financial procrastination doesn't feel like a decision. It feels like nothing. It doesn't hurt. There is no immediate consequence. Your life remains exactly the same. Except 30 years later, the gap is more than $1 million. The psychology behind all this, understand why they are so powerful. Your brain is designed to automate everything it can. Evolutionary sense. If you had to think every time you walked, you wouldn't be able to focus on avoiding predators. The problem is that your brain doesn't distinguish between useful and destructive habits. Your brain creates a habit circuit, literally a neural path of least resistance. It takes 66 days to form a new habit, but destructive ones form faster. The temporal discount bias. They offer you $100 today or $110 tomorrow. Most take the $100 today, but if it is in a year, they choose to wait the extra day. When the reward is far away, you think rationally. But if it's here now, your primitive brain takes control and demands immediate gratification. Your brain discounts future value because it is focused on the reward now. How the hell do we fix this? Step 1. Make them visible. You can't change what you can't see. For the next 30 days, keep a manual record. Yes, each one. Physically write it down on your phone or a notebook within 30 seconds. Don't use apps that automatically categorize it yet. The physical act of writing creates awareness. After 30 days, you will see patterns that will surprise you. Wow, I spend $180 a month on fast food when I'm stressed. I had no idea those Thursday outings add up to $320 a month. Once they are visible, you can intercept them. Step 2. Create intentional friction. Destructive habits thrive on ease, then add friction. Delete your payment information saved on websites. That extra step of going for your card, add 30 seconds that allow your rational brain to activate. For subscriptions, switch AOL to a prepaid debit card. When it's over, it's over. Zombie subscriptions will cancel themselves. For emotional spending, implement the 24-hour rule. Any purchase over $50 requires a wait. You will discover that 70% of those desires disappear. Step 3. Automate positive alternatives. If automation can destroy you, it can also save you. The day you receive your payment, set up automatic transfers before the money hits your account. 20% to investments, retirement account, index funds. 10% to emergency savings, up to 6 months of expenses. 5% to fund, so you don't feel deprived. This is called pay yourself first. You are investing first and living with the rest. Step 4. Replace, do not delete. Your brain hates gaps. If your habit is, I feel stressed, I shop, I feel better, you can't just eliminate it. You need a new behavior that fulfills the same emotional function. I feel stressed, I go for a 15-minute walk, I feel better. I feel stressed, I exercise for 20 minutes, I feel better. The emotional need is real, the spending solution is the problem. Step 5. Anchor your identity, not your goals. Goals are temporary. The identity is stable. I'm the kind of person who invests automatically. Changes based on identity are 3x more lasting because you do not depend on motivation. Ask yourself, who do I need to be to have the future I want? The uncomfortable truth. These habits are powerful because they allow you to avoid responsibility. If your future is destroyed by the economy, it is not your fault, you are a victim. But if your habits destroy it, that means you have to take responsibility. And taking responsibility is scary and painful. It's easier to say, I don't earn enough. It's easier to say, the system is against me, than to acknowledge that you've procrastinated. But if your habits created the problem, then you can create the solution. You're not stuck waiting for a lottery, you can start today, right now, the cumulative effect. The last thing I want you to understand, if you improve your financial situation just 1% each week, you are not 52% better off per year. Because of compounding, you are 67% better off. After 2 years, 178% better. After 5 years, you are a completely different person financially. But it works in the other direction too. Every week you ignore this, you are falling behind because the opportunity cost is stacking up against you. Closing. At the end of the day, your future is not defined by whether you won the lottery. It will be defined by the 47 micro decisions you make every day when you are tired or bored. The coffee you bought without thinking, the subscription you forgot to cancel, the increase you spent instead of investing, the most day you postponed that bill. Those are invisible habits, and now that you can see them, you have a decision to make. Are you going to continue with the programs that keep you stuck, or are you going to reschedule them? The decision is yours, but do it soon. Every day is compounding that you will never get back. If this video helped you, like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs to hear this. See you in the next video.